Soft morning, city. Lisp. I am leafy spiefing. Lip. Faulty and faulty all the nights have falled onto long my hair. Not a sound falling. Lisping. No wind, no word. Only a leaf. Just a leaf, and then leaves. The woods are fond always, as were we their babes in, and robins in crews so. Is it for me golden wending? Unless, away! Rise up, man o' the hoots, ye have slept so long. Or is it only so me sleems? On your pondered palm, reclined from cape to pedie, with pipe on bowl, terce for a fiddler, sixt for Macmerriers, none for a coal. Rise up now in a ruse, Norvina's over. I am Leafy, your Goulden, so you called me. May me life, your Goulden, silve me solve exaggerator. Ye did so drool, I was so charm. But there's a great poet in you too. Stout Stokes would take you awfully. So has he as bored me to slump. But am good and rested. Tax to you, Toddy, Tanya. Yaha-wah, help punt 'em in, help us win. Here is your shirt, the day one, come back. The stock, your collar, also your double brogues, a comforter as well. And here your ivorel, and ever the lest your umbra. And stand up tall, straight. I want to see you looking fine for me, with your brand new big green belt and all. Blooming in the very lotus and second to nil, bud. When you're in the Buckley shoot, Rose and Sharonel's near did for you. 57 3 cosh, with the bulge. Proud purse Alby with his poor aroon aireen, Bill. Pride, comfitousness, envy. You make me think of a wonder decker I once. Or somebalt that sailed her. The man me gallant with the bangled ears. Or an earl was he at Lucan. Or, no, it's the ardent dukes I mean. Or some Briers from the dark countries. Come and let us. We always said we'd. And go abroad. Rathgreeny way, perhaps. The childer are still fast. There is no school today. Them boys is so contrary. The head does be worrying himself. He'll trouble and he'll travel. Gulliver and Gillover, unless they change us by mistake. I seen the likes in the twinkling of an eye. Some so oft. Sim. Time after time. The sem as n. Two bredder as duffered as nars in sound. When one of 'em sighs or one of 'em cries, 'tis you all over. No peace at all. Maybe it's those two old crony aunts held them out to the waterfront. Queer Mrs. Quickenough and odd Miss Dodd Pebble. And when them two has a good few, there isn't much more dirty clothes to publish. From the Laundersdale Minchins. One chap googling the Holy Boys thingabib, and this lad wetting his whittle. You were pleased as punch, recitating war exploits and pierce orations to them Jackeen gapers. But that night after, all you were wanton, bidding me do this, that and the other, and blowing off to me, hugely Judd says, what wouldn't you give to have a girl? Your wish was me will. And lo, out of a sky, the way I too. But her, you wait. Eager to choose is left to her shade. If she had only more matcher's wit. Findlings makes runaways, runaways astray. She's as merry as the gricks still. 'Twould be sore should leaden sorrow. I'll wait, and then, if all goes, what will be is. But let them. Slops hospodged and the slusky slut too. He's for thee what she's for me. Dogging you round cove and haven and teaching me the parts of speech. If you spun your yarns to him on the swish bark waves, I was spelling my yearns to her over cottage cake. We'll not disturb their sleeping duties. Let besoms be bosons. It's Phoenix, dear, and the flame is here. Let's our journey Saint to Michael make it, since the loss of fire has lost, and the book of the depth is closed. Come, step out of your shell. Hold up, you free thing. Yes, we've light enough. I won't take our laddie's lantern for them 4 old wind bags of gusts of fairy to be blowing at, nor you your ruck sunk, to bring all the Dannymans out after you on the hike. Send Arctur guide us. Isma, soft. It is the softest morning that ever I can ever remember me. But she won't rain showerly, our Ilma, yet, until it's the time, and me and you have made our... The sons of Borsters won in the games. Still, I'll take me old Finvarra for me shoulders. The trout will be so fine at brook fished, with a taste of roly polony from blug puddles after, to bring out the tang of the tay. Is due fain for a roost brood? Oaks meal torn all out of the wool palls, and then all the chippy young cupping jars cluttering round us, cluttering for their creams, crying, me, grown-up sister, or me, not truly. List. Only but, there's a but, you must buy me a fine new girdle too, Nolly, when next you go to Market Norwal. They're all saying I need it, since the one from Isaacson slooped its line. Murknock. Fie art thou! Come! Give me your great bear's paw, Padder of Ilky, full a miny tiny, Dola, mine nessi handsy, in the Langwo flows. That's Jorgen Jorgensen, but you understood, nodst. I always know by your brights and shades. Reach down a little mo. So, draw back your glaive. Hot and hairy, Hugon, is your hand. Here's where the false skin begins. Smooth as a nymphams. One time you told me you'd be burnt in ice. And one time it was chemicaled after you taken a likeness. Maybe that's why you hold your hood as if. And people thinks you missed the scaffold of fell design. I've closed me eyes so not to see. Or see only a youth in his florizel, a boy in innocence peeling a twig, a child beside a weeny white steed, the child we all love to place our hope in forever. All men has done something, be the time they've come to the weight of old fletch. We'll lave it so. We will take our walk before in the temple they ring the earthly bells, in the church by the hearse yard, Pax Goodman's will, or the birds start their tree sturm shandy. Look, there are yours off, high on high. And cooshes, sweet good luck, they're cawing you cool. You see, they're as white as the riven snay. For us. Next Peter's poll, you will be elected, or I'm not your illicitous bribe. The Kinsella woman's man will never reduce me. And Magara O'Cullough Umwork McFuni sook gadoodlin and sweep a cheeping round the lodge of Fjorn Nagala of the trumpets. It's like potting the Poe to Shamba on the dresser, or tamming Uncle Tim's cawbean onto the brows of a vicar eagle. Not such big strides, huddy fuddy. You'll crush me antelopes I saved so long for. They're penis souls. And the 2 goodiest choo-choos. It is hardly a knut's mile or 7 possum butts. It is very good for the health of a morning, with boo-a, a gentle motion all around, as leisure paces. And the help yourself to a strew cure's easy. It seems so long since, ages since, as if you had been long far away. A far 2 days, a fear 2 nights, and me as with you in the dark. You will tell me sometime, if I can believe it's all. You know where I am bringing you. You remember, when I ran berrying after hucks and haws, with you drawing out great aims to hazel me from the hummock with your sling. Our cries. I could lead you there, and I still by you in bed. Let's go dot to Danigrevan, not a soul but ourselves. Time, we have loads on our hangs, till Gilligan and Halligan call again to Hooligan, and the rest of the guns, Sulligan ate from left to right. "Oh, Labobo, ye foxy pigs!" The Moskers thought to bawl you out, or the Walled Unicorn's master, bugly captain from the NEILL, drawls up by the door with the Honourable Whylp, and the Reverend Pointer, and the two Lady Pagets of Tally Haw, Ballyhuntus, in their riddle-tight raiding hats for to lift a here's health to their robust, the Stag, ever's the Carlton Heart. And you needn't host out with your duck and your duty cap a pole while they reach him the glass he never starts to finish. Clap this whiss on your pole and stick this in your ear, wiggly. Beauties don't answer and the rich never pays. If you were the enlarged, they'd hue and cry you. Heathtown, Harborstown, Snowtown, Farnox, Flemingtown, Boddingtown, to the Ford of Fine on Delvin. How they housed you to house after the platonic garlands, and all because, loosed in her reflexes, she seen airy Cory Combe huntsome with his 3 poached dogs a-leashing him. But you came safe through. Enough of that Horner corner. And old Mother Goosip. We might call on the old lord, what do you say? There's something tells me he is a fine sport, like the score and a mighty went before him. And a proper old promontory. His door always open for a new era's day. Much as your own is. You invoiced him last Easter, so he ought to give us hot cockles and everything. Remember to take off your white hat, when we come in the presence, and say, "Hoot, hoot, hoot, it must, it tie." His is House of Laws, and I'll drop my graciest curtsy too. If the Ming Tong no go bow to me homage cow bow tow to the Mong Tang. Ceremonialness to stand lowest place be, saying, "What'll you take to link to light a pike on porpoise, plaze?" He might knight you in armour, else or daub you the first cheap magyar stripe. Remember, bom tom and you, vim vam vom hungerig, hotiform, chain and epaulets, butterbum bows, and I'll be your aural highness. But we vain, plain fancies. It's in the castle's air. My current bread's full of silly motto craft. A loof is a noof. We can take our leave. He's reading his roughs. You'll know our way from there, surely. Flora's way, where once we led, so many car couples have follied since. Kletchka! Giving Shaughnessy's mare the hilly mount of her life, with her stroll de burgers. The Rolky Road a dundering. We can sit us down on the heathery ben, me on you, in quam on conscience, to scand the horizon out from Drumleek. It was there Ivora told me I had best, if I ever. When the moon of morning is set and gone, over Glynnaduna, Lon Nula, ourselves, our souls alone, at the sight of salvation, and watch would the letter you're wanting be coming maybe, and cast ashore. That I praise for the mains of me dreams, scratching it and patching at with a prompt from a primer, and what scrips of nuts knowledge as I pecked up myself. Every letter is a hard, but yours sure is the hardest crux ever. Hack an axe, hook an ox, hath an an, het, hit, and says. But once done, dealt, and delivered, ta-tat, you're on the map. Raced on Traum scrapped from Maston Boss. After rounding his world of ancient days, carried in a caddy, or screwed and corked, on his mudges-tossed surface, with a bob, bottled by. Blob. When the waves give up yours, the soil may for me. Sometime then, somewhere there, I wrote me hopes and buried the page when I heard thy voice, Ruddery Dunner, so loud that none but, and left it to lie till a Christmas comin'. So content me now. Unbuild and be building our bank-alone cottage there, and we'll cohabit respectable. The Gowans, sir, for Medem, me, with a cute booble run to or for to pip up and go peep where the stairs be, just to see would we hear how Jove and the peers talk amid the soulness. Till top, big master, scale the summit. You're not so giddy any more, all your ground plotting and the little it brought. Humps when you hised us and dumps when you doused us. But sorra one of me cares a brambling ram, pump Porter York. On limpiddy marge I've made my home. Park in a pub for me. Only don't start your stunts of Donaghy's year's goad again. I could guesp to her name who took you that one, tough nut. Bold bet backwards. For the loves of St. Fintan's, before the naked universe, and the bail be pleased, ma'am, rinse in his eye. One of these fine days, Lewdy colour, you must redo form again. Blessed shield Martin. Softly so. I am so exquisitely pleased about the loveliest dress I have. You will always call me leafiest, won't you, Dowling? Wonderful old boy. And you won't objunct to me parafume, oiled of Coloony, with a spot of Marashi. It's Alpine smile from yesters late yesters. I'm in every wince nostrils, even in Holt's nose, medure so Danis, as stale of a stown. Grand old marauder, if I knew who you are. When that hark from the air said it was Captain Finson makes commulements and was made pressin' for his suit, I said, "Are you there? Here's nobody here, only me." But I near fell off the pile of samples. As if your tinger winged ting to me here. Is that right what your brother milk in Bray be's telling the district? You were bragged up by Brostall because your parents would be always tumbling into his foul place and losing her Pentecosts after drinking their pledges. Howsome endeavour, you done me fine. The only man was ever known could eat the crushed o' lobsters. Our native night, when you twice took me for some Marian sherry, and then your German cousin who signs hers with X's, and the beardwig I found in your Clarkson bag. For ups you'll play you're the king of Aeships. You certainly make the most royal of noises. I will tell you all sorts of make-up things, strangerous, and show you to every simple story place we pass. Cadmiller's Folly, Belvenue, Wellcrum, Quid Superabit, Vilities Valities. Change the plates for the next course of Murphy's. Spendlove's still there, and the cannon going strong, and so is Claffey's habits undertaken, and our parish pumps a great warrant. But you'll have to ask that same four that named them is always snugging in your Barceloner, saying they're the best relicts of Conall O'Daniel and writing fingless since the flood. That'll be some kingly work in progress. But it's by this route he'll come some morrow. And I can signal you, all Flant and Fern are wrestling as we go by. And you'll sing Tom a bit, and then wise your semen on it. It is all so often, and still the same to me. Sniff. Only turf, Wick dear, clane turf. You've never forgotten Bat on Tarf, have you, at Bro and Baroo, what? Msh. Why, them's the much rooms come up during the night. Look, acres of roofs in parishes, dom on dam, dim in dim, and a capital part for Olympics to play at. Steady on, Cooloosis, mind your stride or you'll knock, while I'm dodging the dustbins. Look what I found, a lintel pea, and look at here, this caraway seed. Pretty mites, my sweet things, was they poor loves abandoned by whole a widey world. Nebulots for Newtown, the Eblana Magna ye behazy held looming up out of the dumbliness. But the still same Masita I've lapped so long. As you said, it fair takes. If I lose my breath for a minute or two, don't speak. Remember, once it happened, so it may again. Why I'm all these years within years in suffering, all believed, to hide away the tear, the parted. It's thinking of all, the brave that gave there, the fair that wore, all them that's gone. I'll begin again in a jiffy, the nick of an ad. How glad you'll be I waked you, my, how well you'll feel, for ever after. First we turn by the Vagurin here, and then it's gooder. So, side by side, turn a gate, wedding town, laud men of Lundub. I only hope whole the heavens sees us, for I feel I could near to faint away into the deeps. Anna more as leap, let me lean, just a lee, if you le, bowed strong big tider, all girls is we, at times. So, while you're adamant ever, whoops, that wind as if out of nowhere, as on the night of the apophanyps, jumpst, shootst, throbst into me mouth like a bow and arrows. Ludigood of the lash lands, how he whips me cheeks. See, see, here we're reach Island Bridge, where you meet I the day. Remember, why there that moment, and us two only. I was but a teen, at Tyler's dot. The swanky suits was boosting always, sure him he was like to me fad. But the swaggerest swell off shackful strut, and the fiercest freaky ever followed a pining child round the sluppery table with a fork full of fat. But a king of whistlers, see you la, when he'd prop me Atlas against his goose and light our 2 candles for our singers' duos on the sewing machine. I'm sure he squirted juice in his eyes to make them flash for flightening me. Still and all, he was awful fond to me. Who'll search for find me colours now on the hilly droops of Wicklow fells? But I read in To Be Continued's tale that while bluebells blows there'll still be sealskers. There'll be others, but none so for me. Yet he never knew we seen us before, night after night, so that I longed to go to. And still withal, one time you'd stand for next me laughing fairly in your bark and tan billows of branches for to fan me coolly, and I'd lie as quiet as a moss. And one time you'd rush upon me darkly roaring, like a great black shadow with a sheeny stare to pierce me rawly, and I'd frozen up and pray for thaw. 3 times in all. I was the pet of everyone then, a principal girl, and you were the panty-mammy's vulking courser got, the envision of Indolond, and by Toror you looked it. My lips went livid for from the joy of fear. Like almost now. How? How you said how you'd give me the keys of me heart, and we'd be married till death to us part, and though dev do us part. Oh, mine! Only no, now it's me who's got to give, as Dove herself div in this lin. And can it be it's now farvel? Alas! I wished I had better glances to peer to you through this baylight's growing. But you're changing, Acushla. You're changing from me, I can feel. Or is it me is? I'm getting mixed, brightening up and tightening down. Yes, you're changing, son husband, and you're turning, I can feel you, for a daughter-wife from the hills again, Imla Maya, and she is coming, swimming in me hindmost, divil taking on me tail. Just a whisk, brisk, sly, spry, spink, spank, sprint of a thing there somewhere, saltering. Salterella come to her own. I pity your old self I was used to. Now a younger's there. Try not to part. Be happy, dear ones. May I be wrong? For she'll be sweet for you as I was sweet when I came down out of me mother. My great blue bedroom, the air so quiet, scarce a cloud, in peace and silence. I could have stayed up there for always, only it's something fails us. First we feel, then we fall. And let her reign now if she likes, gently or strongly, as she likes. Anyway, let her reign, for my time is come. I done me best when I was let, thinking always, if I go, all goes. 100 cares, a tithy of troubles, and is there one who understands me? One in 1,000 of years of the nights. All me life I have been lived among them, but now they are becoming loathed to me, and I am loathing their little warm tricks, and loathing their mean cosy turns. and all the greedy gushes out through their small souls, and all the lazy leaks down over their brash bodies. How small it's all! And me letting on to myself always, and lilting on all the time. I thought you were all glittering with the noblest of carriage. You're only a bumpkin. I thought you the great in all things, in guilt and in glory. You're but a puny. Home! My people were not their sort, out beyond there so far as I can. For all the bold and bad and bleary, they are blamed, the sea hags. No! Nor for all our wild dances in all their wild din. I can see myself among them, a la Livia Plurabelle. How she was handsome, the wild Amazia, when she would seize to my other breast. And what is she weird, naughty Niluna, that she will snatch from my ownest hair? For 'tis they are the stormies. Ho, hang! Hang, ho! And the clash of our cries till we spring to be free. Oh, Revolis, they says, never heed of your name. But I'm looting them that's here, and all I loathe. Lonely in me loneness, for all their faults. I am passing out. Oh, bitter ending! I'll slip away before they're up. They'll never see, nor know, nor miss me. And it's old and old. It's sad and old. It's sad and weary I go back to you, my cold father. My cold, mad father. My cold, mad, fiery father. Till the near sight of the mere size of him, the miles and miles of it, moan and owning, makes me sea-silt, salt-sick, and I rush, my only, into your arms. I see them rising. Save me from those terrible prongs. 2 more. 1-2 mormons more. So, Ave Laval. My leaves have drifted from me, all. But one clings still. I'll bear it on me to remind me of Luff. So soft this morning hours. Yes, carry me along, Teddy, like you done through the toy fair. If I seen him bearing down on me now under white spread wings like he'd come from archangels, I think I'd die down over his feet, humbly, dumbly, only to wash up. Yes, tid. There's where, first, we passed through grass, behush the bush to, whish! A gull! Gulls! Far calls! Coming! Far! End here. Us, then. Finn, again. Take. But softly, remember me, till thou's ends thee. Lips. The keys to given, away, alone, last, loved, long, the